we cannot wait. But as you know, there is rules to obey, law to follow. So that's the reason why PSTARS, we are working like that. Okay? We want you to know, as we comes to sing, we need you. Like you need us. You need PSTARS. PSTARS need you. Without your support, without your help, it's gonna be so difficult to do what that we have to do our job. Okay? Yes. Yes. God is great. God is great. We do count on him because we know he is able to do everything that he wants. You do know that, as we know. The PSTARS team, we know that. That's the reason why we trust him. We believe in him. We believe and expect time will come. He will do what he wants for PSTARS. So we are praying for you also. Time will come, your time will come. God will answer your prayers. I don't know what that you have on your notebook, on his desk. I don't know. What did you ask him to do for you? I don't know what you are dealing with at this time. I do not know what you are going through. But one thing that I know, he is able. He is able. God is able to do whatever he wants. God is able to do whatever he wants. We will play that song for you. God is able, he is able. Yes, he is capable. If you trust him, give him the opportunity to work for you, to do stuff for you, stuff you cannot do for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your neighbors, for your co-workers, for your classmates. God is able to do whatever it is. Whatever it is. When times come, because he has his time. That's not your time. He has his time fixed on his calendar to do things for every single one of us. Do you know that? Do you have that in your mind? Time is so tough now. Things is so hard now. It's so difficult now for people. For your brother that's talking to you now. For your PSTARS that you are listening, you are watching. Nothing is easy at this time. The time that we are living, guys, is so difficult now. We cannot understand each and other. We don't want to work in a way to understand each and other. We don't want to support each and other. We don't want to work together. We just don't want to do that. But one thing that you need to understand, any divided family will not survive. But when we come together, when we work together, we can make things happen. We can make things happen. That's the reason why I'm asking you, Let's make a great team. Let's make a good team. Let's come together and pray as we do have the appointment from Monday to Friday between 12 to 1 o'clock. This is the special time that you have in your day. Put that in your calendar. Ask Him to change you, to use you the way that He wants. Ask God to do in your life things that you cannot do for yourself. Ask Him to be the master of your life, to be the one that guides you where to go, what to do, teaching you. But as your leader, He will bring you where He wants. He will show you the way. He will show you the path that you need to take. We need that. And we need to come together. Because if you understand that, Sister Katia, Sister Marjorie, Sister Magda, Sister Marcella, Eric Felix, my brother, if we do understand it this way, in respect to one another, you know, we will go further. We have the opportunity. God can use us as a team. But let's do our part. Let's do what we're supposed to do, what we have been calling to do. You have a call. I have one. The other person has his own call. So, but let's come together around the table. Figure out the common goal, the common purpose that we have to work on as a team. And then God will be so pleased to see that. He will come, stay around us as our leader, and He will guide us on the way. I need you to survive. I need you. You do need me too. That's the message today. Let's come together. Because by myself, I will be so weak. You too by yourself, same thing gonna happen to you. You're gonna be in the same situation. So weak. You cannot stand for yourself by yourself. You do need others around you. You do need people beside you. You do need people in your back. If we do understand it like that, we should not have a divided government the way things are going on now. How many people are in needs? They need something to eat. They need some money to pay their rent. They need some money to pay their insurance. They are working. They do not get paid. They don't have their paycheck. Only because of the divisions. And that's killing our people. That's killing people of that great nation, United States. That's killing them. Kids won't be able to go to school. They won't be able to eat something. Their parents will force to stay home to taking care of them. They will be laid off. They don't have a job. what they gonna do? How they gonna deal? How they gonna copy with this tough moment? So look at around you. Look at in your neighbor. Close those that living close to your house. Those that you usually say good morning to you. How are you doing? I'm so pleased to see you today. I'm going to see you later. Okay, so look at them. Find out how you can help those people if God give you that opportunity. No matter what that you have, if you can share it with them, do it. Few dollars, something that they can put in their fridge. If you jump into your car and then go to a store, buy something, 1-2 gallon of milk, 2 pack of waters, some breads, sugar, I don't know, rice, beans, chicken, what is it, what you can afford? Look at your neighbor. Look at the one that you used to say good morning, that he used to say good morning to you too. You have to do something. You must do something. You are on the earth for a reason. God put you in that place where you are right now for a special reason. Do you want to answer your call? Do you want to answer the call from God? Do you want to answer him as Samuel did? Sam did it. He called him. At the end, he did answer. Yes, my God, use me. Do whatever you want. I will go wherever you want me to go. Wherever you want, send me, I will go. Do you know where you are working right now? There is a reason why God put you in that position. There is a reason why he sent you to Boca Regional Hospital. There is a reason why he sent you to PSTARS. There is a reason why he sent you to the school where you are teaching now. Because there is a kid, there is a young guy that you're going to talk right now. He really needs you. You are the one that going to pull him out of that bad situation. The bad place where he is planning to go. He is working on his mind to go. The bad things that he has in his mind, he is working now about it. He's thinking about it. He's look at it. He wants to go probably tonight or tomorrow. Do you know? You have been calling to talk to this guy, and then you got to pull him out. Thanks to God. Thanks to him. Thanks to him. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Because when I look at, when I learn, when I know what is going on now, let me tell you something. These radio stations, your PSTARS, I was sitting by myself and then saying, you know, I'm gonna talk to other people that in the board of PSTARS. Let them know. Probably one day from now, It's not gonna be me as a leader, as someone being part of those manage your PSTARS. But let's come together. Let's have a plan. Because we do not know what we're gonna do next 2, 3 months, 6 months to pay the rent. But let's come with a plan. Because we don't want that happen one day from now. People wake up. They won't be able to go to our channel, to our website, to dial the phone number, or to go to YouTube, to go to Facebook, to TikTok, and then they look at they cannot find their stars. We're not gonna let that happen. Let's show our God that we have a plan. If he is agree with that, we will have the opportunity to stand. PSTARS, we stand for last, for long. I do not know for how long. Because we need others to come. We need others to listen the voice of God. Amis PSTARS, je m'ap quitté non parce que jeunes amis nous, un frère nous, collaborateur nous, jeune prédicateur nous, Ricky is in the building. I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for my emotions. I'm sorry. But I want to talk to you. I want to let you know. We do understand things is not easy. It's tough now. What can I do for you? What can you do for me? What can we do together for others around us that really need our help? Only God knows the reason why that I'm here. I can talk to you. Only God knows the reason why I can meet some people that I didn't know before. Only Him knows. Thank you. And I promise you, I will do whatever that I can to help keep your PSTARS. That's the dream, that's the goal. My boy, take it over. Thank you. What?
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Hey guys. Try something here. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. You guys already know me. I am yours truly. It is I, Brother Ricky. Brother Ricky here with you all on PSTARS Radio. The time is now 12:37 p.m. This is your home. I would hope that you would like to call this your home, right? We here at PSTARS Radio are a family, right? Family, a group of people coming together on a mission to spread this radio or this channel worldwide, because I truly believe that there's a lot that we can all learn from each other, right? Learn a lot about, the word in and of itself, learn about God, and many other things that has to do with life itself, right? Just generally just life itself and all of its, ins and outs, ups and downs, so on and so forth. That is what we in PSTARS are here just to discuss about these things and just, bring up a community of people all around the world in this one place and this one place alone, which is PSTARS Radio. So I, for one, am very, very happy and glad and honored and privileged to be able to be in this position right now, because knowing me, for those of you who may be familiar with me. Before, me being an introvert and, you know, not being so comfortable, not being so comfortable putting myself out there, right? Putting myself out there to the world, um, being able to speak publicly, so on and so forth. This wasn't something that a lot of people would think that I would be doing. I, for one, didn't think that I would be doing this. And so I'm just glad, right? I'm happy that I was able to step out of my comfort zone because that's what's most important in order to, get to somewhere in life where you've always wanted to be, right? It's the requirement for you 9 out of 10 times to step out of your comfort zone, right? It's definitely to step out of your comfort zone and do something that you wouldn't normally do or that you haven't normally done before to get to where you want to be. And so I'm glad that I could take that step, and I know that on the road ahead, there's going to be many more situations where I will have to continue to step out of my comfort zone to truly get to where I want to be in life. And I hope it's the same. It's the same. How can I say this? I hope it's the same process, right? The same process that you as well are also taking. In order to get to where you want to be in life, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone sooner or later. And more times than not, it's usually sooner rather than later, all right? So again, for those of you who don't know me, I am Ricky. And this is the time where I would usually come by and just speak about life, random topics in general. Doesn't matter what the topic, situation, or issue is. I'm just here to talk about it. I'm here to, express my thoughts and opinions on these certain topics that I'm going to be bringing to you here on PSTARS Radio. And so, here's a topic that I wanted to talk about today. Okay. So the topic that I wanted to talk about today is directed towards our first impressions in life. It could be to anything. Our first impressions towards people, opportunities, situations, so on and so forth. Our first impressions, how we present ourselves. I'm going to tell you this right now. God has prepared so much, for a lot of you. I know God has prepared so much for me. And what God has prepared for us, there are times where he hasn't given it to us yet because he wants to prepare us to, present ourselves in an appropriate way, in an appropriate fashion, right? And there's a lot of opportunities. I feel myself. There's a lot of opportunities that I may have passed up. Why? Because I haven't prepared myself in terms of my presentation. Because make no mistake, your presentation matters. Absolutely matters. I'm sure you all have heard the saying as well, first impressions matter, right? I'm sure a lot of you heard that before. And I truly believe that it does matter. But it's not just your first impression, but your presentation, all the way through matters so much. It matters way too much. When we look in situations like, applying for a job, right? Going to an interview, so on and so forth. There's a certain way that you understand that you have to present yourself when you go to that certain interview. Again, that interview could be for a job, for example. You know that there's a dress code, or maybe not even a dress code, but a certain way that you have to present yourself to be able to sell yourself to that employer to get the job that you're trying to apply for. Correct me if I'm wrong here, okay? Let me know if I'm wrong. But we all know this. There's a certain way that we have to present ourselves and get off a good first impression to be able to have the greatest outcome that we are looking for. You're not gonna come presenting yourself in a way that looks, dusty, for lack of better words, dusty. You're not gonna come to a job interview looking dusty. Like you got a lot of dust on you and you're trying to dust yourself off at that interview. No, right? You're not going to come looking like are coming in with pants sagging, you got your Crocs on, so on and so forth. Hair is not done properly. You're not combing your hair right, so on and so forth. You look like you just came in here with some, rags on, whatever the case may be. No, you're not going to do that, right? You're going to do the best that you possibly can to look as professional as possible, right? As you should. As you definitely should. You want to do the best that you can to look as professional as possible, because people answer favorably to professionals, or at least people who look as if they're professionals, right? People are not going to respond favorably to people that are, neglecting their appearance, right? Neglecting their image, because your image is something that matters, or at least your image is something that should matter to you. Definitely, right? Your image definitely should matter to you, because when it comes to your image, more times than not, that's where your bread and butter lies in terms of people respecting you. And I don't know about y'all, right? I don't know about you guys, but respect is something that is very, very, very important to me, right? Respect is something that is very important to me. If I don't have respect for myself, then people in turn are not going to have respect for me. This is a cause and effect situation. For people to respect you, you must first respect yourself. So, how are you respecting yourself if you're neglecting your impression on people? If you're neglecting how your image is perceived amongst people, right? You don't want to come off as somebody that people, aren't going to respect. That's at least to me, that's like the worst feeling, right? It's the worst feeling when people don't take you seriously and people can't respect you enough to take you seriously. That's like the worst feeling to me. I don't know how you guys might feel about that certain topic or that certain situation, but again, when people respect me and people have respect for me and my image, that's like a very good feeling to me, because I know that, I feel like I'm somebody that is important. I'm important to somebody. I'm important to family, friends, so on and so forth, and I feel important to myself, to the point where I'm going to make sure that I present myself in the most respectable way as much as possible, because I want to make sure that anybody that walks across me or walks by me or walks near me can encounter me and approach me with respect, right? And it goes both ways, right? It goes both ways. It goes both ways. The respect aspect, or the respect, portion goes both ways. You have to respect yourself, but you also have to respect other people. You have to respect their time, their efforts, their patience, so on and so forth. So again, back to the example that I gave with going to a job interview. Right, when you're going to a job interview, you want to respect yourself in terms of making sure you're making yourself presentable, but you also want to respect the employer's time, or the person's time that you're coming to approach for your interview. You want to make sure you're respecting your time, but you're also respecting their time as well. Which is why I always want to bring it back to the fact that, again, first impressions matter. Okay, your first impressions matter. It's also another example as well when I don't know if you guys heard of this saying of the elevator, your elevator pitch, right? You're meeting somebody who's per se like an important figure, right? Somebody who seems to be important, somebody who seems to be a person that you may have looked up to, right? And you're coming across this person in the elevator, or in an elevator, right? And typically when you're in an elevator with somebody, you have less than less than 3 minutes before that person is up and out of there, right? And when you want to make that first impression off of somebody, you want to make sure, again, that you are well presented, right? In these times as well, when you're in an elevator situation and you're going through an elevator pitch, these may be certain situations and times where you probably may not have prepared for them, right? You probably may not have prepared for a situation like an elevator pitch, right? But again, first impression still matters. So you may not be dressed to the nines, right? You may not be dressed in like a nice suit or a nice dress wear or a formal business attire or whatever the case may be, right? You may not be dressed, again, like a professional in these certain situations, but again, your communication skills or your communication style, or again how you start that conversation with that person. Again, I think all of that matters, right? All of that stuff definitely matters. So again, it's how can I put this? It's all about making sure, again, that you just present yourself in a way where people can respect you. So of course, you don't want to be rude, right? Of course, you don't want to waste people's time, so on and so forth. But again, always make it a habit into realizing that my image matters, right? My image matters. The way I present myself to people matters, so on and so forth. Because in turn, in that lies the respect that is something that you can obtain from that person. At the end of the day, that person may very much so respect you because, again, how you presented yourself, right? You always want to make it a habit to never neglect your presentation, never neglect your image to other people. And now, granted, make no mistake, you can't please everybody, right? You can't please everybody. You're never going to please everybody anyways, so that's never going to be something that's, attainable by anybody. But again, nevertheless, you always want to make sure that you treat your image or the way that you present yourself to people as a very important thing in your life, or a very important aspect in your life, because that in turn can open certain doors or situations for you that you can enter in that could be an opportunity to help boost your life to a different level, right? A level that you may not have thought that you could ever reach. That's an opportunity that could be presented to you. And again, like I brought up before, God is already making situations, or he's already putting things in place for you, right? But for a lot of people, God may not have presented you with these opportunities that he has prepared for you. Why? Because again, it's an image thing. It's a presentation thing where God is trying to prepare you to get yourself right. Get your presentation in order. Get yourself in order, because again, more times than not, if you're neglecting these things, you are in a way blocking your blessings, and you never want to do that. A lot of people nowadays are trying to do that to the point where they just block their blessings by neglecting how they present themselves and so on and so forth. You never, ever want to be in that position, because more times than not, you're the one that's getting in your way. You're getting in your own way. Nobody's getting in your way but yourself, all right? And you could take this, you could even take this away from, like, opportunities in terms of, like, having a better life for yourself, or having better opportunities in terms of careers, so on and so forth. But this could also go back to, presenting yourself in a way that, reflects Jesus Christ himself. Because as followers of Jesus, as followers of God, people who are living their lives in a righteous manner, right, to serve God's purpose, your life is no longer your own. I want you to understand this. Your life no longer belongs to you. The minute that you decided to give your life to Christ, the minute you decided to say, God, I accept you into my life as my personal Savior, at that very moment, your life was no longer your own, is no longer your own at that point. Your life is now God's. Your life belongs to him. So if your life belongs to him, you need to live your life that is in representation of him. Representation, key word. Your presentation to other people out into society is supposed to be one that is of a reflection of God, a reflection of Jesus and how Jesus lived. And how do we know how Jesus has lived his life when he was on earth? Well, we have the Bible for this, all right? We have the Bible that completely describes exactly how Jesus lived and how he carried his life on this earth. Now, also, I want you to understand this. There is no way, shape, or form that we can all be exactly like Jesus. There's no way, because Jesus himself was perfect. All right? Jesus was perfect. We, on the other hand, are nowhere near perfect. At least I know I'm not, right? I probably don't want to speak for anybody else, right? But at least I know that I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But with that being said, my presentation and how I present myself to people definitely matters. Why? Because while I understand that my life is not for me, I want people to see Jesus through me, right? I want people to see him through me, because my life is no longer my own. I've already accepted Jesus Christ into my life as my own personal Savior. I've already realized everything that Jesus has done for me to be able to have the opportunity to be here today, right now, with all you lovely ladies and gentlemen out there that are watching me right now. I know what God has done to allow me the option or the ability to be here to do that, right? Jesus has paid an enormous price for me, right? I wasn't cheap. Neither of you are cheap. All of you that are watching here aren't cheap. Jesus paid a high price for you. He paid an extremely high price for you, which means you are expensive in the eyes of God. And so if you are expensive in the eyes of God, there's an image that you have to uphold, right? That allows other people to see God's light shine through you, shine through your life. Because in turn, doing so, that now gives other people the chance who sees God through you to be able to make that decision for themselves as to whether they should accept Jesus into their lives as well, right? That's what it does. And that should be the goal, to bring other people to Jesus, to show other people Jesus' love through you, through the way that you live your life, right? And so I always want to, reel it right back in every single time. Your presentation, treat it as something, your presentation is something that you should treat as something that is extremely, extremely important to you. Very much so important to you. Again, not just in terms of your daily life, in terms of your careers, right? Networking, in terms of, being around friends, families, associates, so on and so forth. But it can also go back, to, presenting yourself in a way that God has called on you to present yourself to the world. Because as followers of Christ, right, as followers of Jesus, we are to stand out from the rest, right? We are to be the ones that are different from the crowd. Because there's no amount of change, or there's not amount of possibilities or things that you can do being just like everybody else, right? Conforming to the crowd. There's nothing that you can really do in that aspect. But when you stand out, you can definitely make a difference. You can most definitely make a difference when you stand out. And that's what matters, is you making a difference. Now, of course, when it comes to being standing out, right, or being apart from the crowd, of course you're gonna get a lot of hate. You're gonna get a lot of negativity, because you present yourself as something that the crowd doesn't recognize. You present yourself as something that the crowd doesn't know. And a lot of the times, people are afraid, or people are, defiant against things that they don't know, right? People are, most likely against what they don't know. And a lot of times these are things that happen at first, okay? At first, when people encounter something that they don't know or something that they are unfamiliar with, they are neglected of they are neglecting of that, or they are against it at first. Now, for some people, they may become how can I say this, susceptible to what they've at first become unfamiliar with, while there are those who continue to go against what it is that they are familiar with, right? There's a saying that how does that saying go again? I forgot the saying, but it's like people are more comfortable with what they know. Now, what it is that they don't know, they're not going to be comfortable with that. They're going to be against it. Why? Because they don't know it, and they don't have any comfortability in something that they don't know. But in due time, that person may come to change their opinion or to change their stance on what it is that they were uncomfortable with at first. And so I always want to make that clear, is that when you stand out, people will become defiant. People will become negative towards you. People will be against you. But there may be a possibility, and that's all that you really need. That is all that you really need, a possibility that person can then be open, right, to stepping into that uncomfortability. That person may be open to stepping into what they were once unfamiliar with, and now they may come to grow into loving that unfamiliarity that they experienced in the beginning. And a lot of times people are unfamiliar with Jesus. People are unfamiliar with God's love. People are unfamiliar with what God has done in their lives. And so now it's up to you, right? It's where you come in, where you present yourself as that unfamiliarity to that person, right? And they now get the chance to experience again God or Jesus' light shining through you, okay? Which again goes back to your presentation, right? Your presentation, your first impression. These things matter, okay? These things matter. Your image, your presentation, your first impression on somebody. These things matter. And I implore you, right? I encourage you. I exhort you to treat that as such. Treat it as such. Treat your image as if it is important, because make no mistake, it is definitely important. So pour tout moun kap gade m kounya, m bezon nou tout kompon sa. Imaj ou, se yon bagay ki trez important. Pou ki sa m di sa, se paske depi ou se yon moun ki geta aksepte Jésus nan la vi ou, ok? Ou aksepte Jésus nan la vi ou. Ou kompon tout sa bon Dieu te fait pour depuis te sous la terre, depuis le mourir pour. Ou kompon tout ça bon Dieu te fait pour. C'est dans laissa ou connaît la vie c'est pas pour lui. La vie c'est pour bon Dieu. OK, depuis là ou geta accepter Jésus dans la vie kounya c'est pour bon Dieu lié. Kounya, depuis ou connaît ça, c'est là ça t'a supposé comprendre image ou Jean ou présenter tête ou devant l'autre monde. Ou t'as supposé prendre bagage ça comme yon bagage qui encore très important, parce que ou besoin l'autre monde ouais Jésus dans la vie. Ou besoin faire l'autre monde connaît qui Jean bon Dieu servi et puis comment qui Jean bon Dieu béni dans la vie. Parce que c'est pour ça nous là. Bon Dieu qui t'a sauvé nous, kounya nous là pour servir bon Dieu. Et qui Jean nous capable servir bon Dieu? C'est pour nous vivre dans une façon côté moun ka wè Jésus ou bien moun capable wè lumière Jésus dans la vie. C'est ça que fait me dire comme ça, Jean présente tête tout le plus important, parce que si vous présentez tête tout dans un Jean côté moun pa ka wè Jésus dans la vie, ou bien ou présenter tête ou comme si ou c'est un monde qui comme si un vagabond, moun pas gen respect pour. Et ça c'est un bagage qui plus important pour moi. Pas connaître si ça c'est un bagage qui est important pour tout. Mais ça c'est un bagage qui est très important pour moi. C'est les moun gen respect pour moi. Et faut comprendre ça tout. Si ou pas gen respect pour tête ou, pas gen pièce l'autre monde qui boit gen respect pour tout. Comprenez ça bien oui? Si ou pas gen respect pour tête ou, pas gen pièce monde qui boit gen respect pour. So, qui ça veut dire? Faut capable respecter tête ou, respecter image ou, respecter gens ou présenter tête ou devant l'autre monde et puis kounya l'autre monde yo boal gen respect pour tout. OK? Moun boal gen respect pour parce que ou gen respect pour tête ou. Si ou pas gen respect pour tête ou, pas gen pièce moun qui boal gen respect pour. OK? So, m'te bay un exemple comme si le ou boal sorti pour chercher un travail. Et puis ou gen tan joindre un travail kounya yo besoin pour venir dans interview. Qui jan boal habitué là al na interview ça. Qui jan boal fait? Est-ce que boal entrer dans interview ça comme si ou c'est un monde qui pas tellement bien habillé, bien mettre en rad ou bien chemise qui habillé bien sous lui. Donc un monde qui vient dans interview ça avec sandales dans pied et puis moun ça vient dans interview ça avec yon rad qui chiré ou bien yon rad qui sale. Non, ou pas venir dans interview comme ça. C'est pas comme ça ou boire dans interview ça. Ça ou boire faire si que ou habiller comme bien. Vous comprenez? Gade fois pour garçon ou ka mettre un suit, right? Ou ka habiller bien sous avec ou ka mettre un suit qui chita bien sous, right? Avec un bel soulier et puis on va entrer dans interview ça avec une présentation qui côté moun boal gen respect pour ou pas entrer dans interview ça n'importe gens, c'est pas comme ça va entrer. So c'est comme ça m besoin pour comprendre n'importe côté va passer ou bien n'importe moun ou approcher ou besoin faire si que ou pas négliger présentation ou pas négliger image parce que ça c'est un bagage qui est très important. Ça c'est un bagage qui est supposé important dans la vie parce que c'est là ça moun boal gen respect pour parce que vous respectez tête ou. Si vous pas respecter tête ou, pièce moun pas respecter. Pièce moun pas respect pas bon respect. Okay? If you don't respect yourself, nobody is going to respect you. And so this is how important your image is, and this is how important your presentation is to, again, society, people, businesses, opportunities, whatever the case may be. Your presentation is so important because these are the things that either make you or break you. That right there, your presentation, that right there lies your bread and butter. And you want to take it as serious as possible, right? You want to do the best that you can to uphold your presentation or uphold your image in every aspect of your life, all right? You are important, right? And so you should treat yourself as such. You should respect yourself as such to realize that, right? And to make sure that you are, not tarnishing your own image, right? Not, destroying your own image for yourself or for anybody else, okay? So treat it as it is something that is important because it definitely is important, all right? So that's the topic that I wanted to present to you guys today, all right? That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, treating your presentation as if it is something that is important because it is, making sure that you understand that first impressions matter and keeping yourself from tarnishing your own image, all right? I love you guys. Time is up for me. I do want to take this time right now to let you all know Your boy is on here on Saturdays, doing his shows. On Saturdays, my show is strictly about sports, because your boy loves sports, talking NBA, NFL, soccer, baseball, volleyball, boxing, whatever the case may be, all those things, right? I think we are now in the World Series Cup for MLB, for baseball. I think we have now reached the point where it is going to be the LA Dodgers going against the Blue Jays for the World Series Cup. So I hope you guys are staying tuned into that, but I will get into that as well again on my Saturday shows. So if you are not a part of that, I would highly encourage you to come join me on my Saturday shows where I talk about sports, strictly sports. You can come by on my Facebook page, which is just my name, Ricky Dorselli. Come by on my Facebook page and check me out there. You can also check me out on YouTube, right? On YouTube, which is PSTARS Radio and TV, right? Come hop by there, say what's up, say hello. Give me your opinions and your takes on the things that I'm talking about in terms of the sports that I'm going into, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'll be on YouTube, I'll be on Facebook, and sometimes I'll be on TikTok. I don't have my own account, but I'm using my good friend Foy John's on TikTok. But if you can't find me on TikTok, again, you could always come by my Facebook page, again, Ricky Dorselli. And you could also come by on YouTube as well, which is, again, PSTARS Radio. Please share, all right? Please share this with your brothers, sisters, parents, boyfriends, girlfriends, your pet monkeys, your pet dogs, your pet alligators, whoever. It doesn't matter. If they love sports, they like to talk about sports, watch sports, play sports, doesn't matter. Please share them with this, or please share this with them so that they too can come by and check me out, all right? Again, I love you guys, and I'm out of here. I'll see you on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Bye, guys.